Hi everyone, we are your hosts, Julene,
And Nietzsche.
and this is what's going down in the PM.
What's going, fam?
The kids are down, it's officially 1 o'clock. All you moms out there know what time it is.
Listen, I'm not a mom, but I'm always here for wine. Hey, 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock is the story of the hour.
Period.
And especially when you know these kids are on one, you be ready for 1 o'clock. Be like, yo, it could be like 5. Be like, yo, go to bed.
Like, listen, it could be like 3. I hear you in the background like, it's nap time. And I'm like, oh no.
You be waiting for the time.
Like,
It's
sleeping from 1 to next tomorrow, you know?
especially with COVID, man. They're in the house.
Right.
They're tearing stuff up. And, you know, I love my kids. Like, I'll joke around about, you know, them tearing up the house or being crazy up in here. But at the end of the day, like, Lord knows I love these kids so much. But man, listen, when they get down and I'm like, is it bedtime? Oh my God, it's bedtime. Seriously. But anywho, we should probably tell you guys about us. Otherwise you're going to be like, who are these two crazy people talking to us?
Exactly. Well, okay, so I'm Nietzsche. I'm the operations manager, almost the chief operating officer. Mom is always right. There's just a couple of things that need to be signed, but I'm basically, I started off here as the marketing assistant, and then I just realized I loved it and I put my all into it, and then I guess Julene saw that, and yeah, I think she could tell the rest. And the rest
is the rest is history. Yeah, I'm Julene. I hired DT.
Period. That's it.
Period. That's it. That's all you need to know. No, let me stop. Yes, Nietzsche came to the company. She was like driven and like motivated, and I recognized this in her. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give her more responsibility. I progressively gave her more responsibility, and then I realized I was like, you know what? This is my second right here. Like, I know when I get ready to retire, like, the company will be in good hands. So I made an offer, and now we're just waiting for the contract.
Listen, my computer has been down for like a good 3 weeks, and I'm gonna tell you something, working remotely, you kinda need a computer. So, that's a tip for me.
Oh my, tell me about it.
Yes.
My phone died. Like, it just decided not to do a single thing. I wanted to throw my phone in the garbage. The touch screen just didn't want to touch because I got it wet.
Mhm.
So.
Yes. Right? That's the first time you said that part. You were like, I never know I don't know what's going on.
I was like, so
You just outed yourself.
I know. I was like, I have no idea why. It just decided not to work today.
No, listen, I wanted, like, my computer was down, I was doing everything on my phone, and then it decided to, like, my internet decided to stop working for like an hour, and it was like, of course we were having a meeting in that hour. I'm just like, you know what? This is where I'm done. This is where I go.
It's like, you know what? I'm just gonna lay down. Tomorrow you're welcome to come anytime.
For real.
But we run a company called Mom is Always Right Media, and, you know, we produce blogs, a few podcasts. We just sponsored a YouTube channel, and obviously we have the writing agency.
Right.
So, this podcast was brought to you by Mom is Always Right Media Incorporated, where we take care of all your writing needs. So, I'm telling you, like I was saying, I was ready for the kids to go to bed today. My son is bugging me for a cell phone. Like a new one. I don't know what's wrong with his little iPhone 6, but, you know,
Listen, what do they need a phone for though? Like, all I do is like, on my phone and I'm a grown adult, maybe, I don't know yet, but like, all I do is go watch YouTube videos and like, end up in the rabbit hole.
Oh man, yeah, you grown-ish. I remember when I told my mom, I asked my mom for a cell phone, like way back in the day, when, when cell phones first became like a thing. It went from that huge, like, that ginormous phone with a little handle. It kind of looked like a phone-shaped purse, is what it looked like. When they finally compacted those down and, you had the little, do you remember the little side things that like oh no, that's before your time. But yeah, you know the one, it was Sidekick, that's what it's called.
I was a good 11 at that time.
I begged my mom for a cell phone. And I prepared a whole argument too. You were 11? Ew, made me feel old.
Yeah. I know I was young because my cousin had it. She was about she's 4 years older than me, or 3 years. And I know it was her perfect time to have one of those things.
Yeah. See, I begged my mom for one. I thought it was the coolest thing when you sort of flipped it up with your thumb and then it twisted, turned and then flipped into a screen, a computer screen. So I prepared a whole presentation as to why I should get a cell phone. I had a well thought out argument too. I said, what if there's an emergency? You know what she said? Call 911.
What?
She said, I said, well, you're gonna need to know where I am. You know what she said? If I don't know where you are, we're gonna have problems. She said, I was like, what if I need to call you for a ride or something? She hands me 2 quarters and says, everywhere you're supposed to be has a payphone. So if you're somewhere where there is no payphone, just know you're not supposed to be there.
Has a point there. She does.
Yeah.
And now these days have location on, so.
Yeah. Mom was not playing with me back then.
She was like, nah, you better be where you're supposed to be. You don't need a phone, period.
I thought I was gonna die too. I was like, oh, my friends have phones.
Right. Oh, I don't know. I think I was in 5th grade and I don't know if it's called the frog or something, but it was this little phone that all you had to, it only had 5 numbers in it.
Get out.
And when I tell you it's the size of your thumb.
Oh God.
5 buttons on it for each person you could call.
Bro, I'd be figuring out how to program people's number into that.
No, facts. Listen, that's one way to make sure your kids only call 5 people. How do you know I'm not putting my bang in there? I don't know.
Seriously. But, I don't know, lately all I do is watch TV on my phone.
Seriously, I watch YouTube videos, but I don't know if it's considered a rabbit hole because I watch one YouTuber, let's say, Colleen Ballinger or Rachel Ballinger, and then I end up watching all their videos, 10 of their videos. So I guess it's a rabbit hole, but it's not a weird one because you know who you're watching.
I've never heard of those people.
Have you heard Miranda Sings?
No, I've never seen that one either.
Okay, so Colleen Ballinger, is, she created Miranda Sings, and back in the day, when, well, I don't know I think you missed this era, but back in the day, YouTube was really popular. I feel like this could be a whole thing, but there's eras in YouTube, right? So, when Colleen Ballinger was most popular, that was when Shane Dawson was popular, I don't remember his name, Joey Graceffa. There was just a group of people that everyone would watch. And they're kind of still popular now, but now it's Emma Chamberlain, David Dobrik, Liza Liza Koshy, Trisha Paytas, Gabby Hanna, aggressively typing, like, anyways, there's just different eras of YouTubers, and
I know who David Dobrik is. A round of applause for me.
I mean, he's cool or whatever. I feel like when David Dobrik came, I could give you a whole background. So, that era, when that started, is because they came from Vine. Do you know what Vine is?
Oh yeah, do it for the Vine. I will do it. Do it for the Vine. Hey.
Yeah, they're short videos. Like, it's kind of, essentially it's like TikTok now. But, they came from Vine and moved over to YouTube. And they kind of like changed to the younger generation. So, that's when that era started. And the way the content was made changed. I feel like if you ever have the time, you should really like look into YouTube history. Because it's cool. But anyways, one rabbit hole I will say that I go into is TikTok compilations. Because one, I'm gonna be real honest with you, I don't have the app. Well, I have the app, but I don't download it. Like, I don't have a profile or whatever. And,
you better get that app soon. TikTok's about to go away.
No, I know it's about to be banned. But I watched the compilations on YouTube. Like, I think that I missed the Vine era. Like, I completely missed it. Like, I was never on it. Never realized that was popular until it got canceled.
The president said, TikTok, you are canceled.
He's like, nah, I don't know this man. Sorry to this man, but like, listen. So I completely missed out on that era. And now TikTok is literally just like a Vine. It's like Vine, like the short videos. It's funny. It's like you get the humor or you don't. Like, I really don't know. And there's like different sections of TikTok. But I watch the compilations and it's just like all the like, I do like TikTok references now. Like, I've become that person. Like, oh my gosh, it's on X Games mode.
Like, oh man. Last time I fell into a YouTube rabbit hole, I was watching TikTok compilations. TikTok's out here trying to get kids killed. Did you see the kids telling mom to shut up challenge?
No, but they have some weird challenges. Like, call your significant other a different name.
Bruh, they're ruining marriages and trying to get kids killed out here.
Period.
Are you telling your mom to shut up? Cause I know, I was like, you tell my mom shut up if you want to.
No, it literally got people like upset in my family because one person was doing that challenge where you get someone older in your family to say a bad word, but they don't know. And they recorded it and didn't give permission, and then my family ended up getting upset at it and they left the party. Like, it was
wow, that's crazy.
Cause it made my grandma. It made my grandma look like kind of, not stupid, but like unaware. And it's funny if you like let them know, like after maybe or whatever, but.
Man, see, like that's messed up. Like, why is TikTok messing with old people right now? That's not cool.
They got things they need to, that's not good.
That's not okay. Like, I was really close to my grandmother. I swear to God, I would never let my family members play her like that.
Right, exactly. That's what they, They like literally left the party, like, cause her daughter, my aunt was like, that's not okay, like, you should have asked for permission or something, like, you should have done it and then not send it off to TikTok, because TikTok, once you hit send, the people who are following you don't see it. Everyone sees it.
Yeah, like you can't take back something you put on the internet.
Right.
So, it would have been a funny family joke that nobody else saw.
Right.
But you got people from all over the world. Like the one where they were like, telling mom to shut up in front of dad. Some of the kids did not escape dad before mom told him it was a joke.
See?
Like one girl was like, shut up. And the dad threw a pot at her. And she got caught. She caught it. And then he turns around. The mom's like, it's a joke, right? And then she turns around and he goes, That's what you get for listening to your mom.
Exactly, right. So listen to me, you don't get pots thrown at you. That's all I'm saying.
For real. But as far as like that family situation, like, I can dig it. Like, I feel like if somebody made me look foolish on the internet, I'd be upset.
Right.
I'll be like, you're supposed to be my girl. Like, see, I'm just so glad none of my fuckery ended up on the internet. I did all my dirt before TikToking and Vines and snip snapping and all that. Like, I did all my dirt. I did my college dirt. I partied around the world. I did craziness, and nobody live streamed it because there was an unspoken understanding that whatever we did became a private joke between the people who were there.
Exactly. It's between you. It's about the what's happening, not about recording it so people can see it.
Yeah, 'cause you know, it's back in my day. It was cool to roast your people. It wasn't cool for other people to roast your people.
Right. Exactly. It's all different now, 'cause like I'm not sure how. Like, let's say someone you were hiring, right? Yeah, hiring. You saw like a questionable video of them. Would you like be afraid not to hire them? But I don't know if you can in these days because everyone's being recorded. Like no one cares. There's OnlyFans now. Like,
Girl, bye. If I see something questionable on their social media, I'm not hiring them.
all right, period. Send out a memo to them because then I don't think they know.
Yes.
Like,
PSA from the CEO of a media production company. If I see you acting crazy on your social media, if you have something crazy on your social media, I'm gonna be like, oh wow, this person does not know how to act. This person is going to be representing my brand. I'm super good. She doesn't understand what it means to clean up your social media for the purpose of professionalism.
right. Okay, I didn't think of it like that. Right. They left it on. Like, I know it's not gone, but like, at least like, if you know someone's gonna be looking, clean it up a little bit.
Seriously, if you're in the market for a job,
right,
after you dust off your resume and then, you know, build your Indeed and LinkedIn profile, all services we provide, y'all. Just saying.
Yes. Even
take a look at your social media presence. If you're on Instagram out here doing that thing, that Cardi thing. Did you see that? Like, I saw it. It was a Q Park, one of my favorite YouTubers of all time, was doing the WAP challenge.
Okay.
Remember? Have you ever heard of that?
Yep.
If you are on Instagram doing the WAP challenge or cursing out your friends or Twitter beefing, I'm telling you, that is not a good look for employers. Have you ever heard of Q Park, Niti?
Actually, I saw the WAP video that he did, but besides that, I didn't.
I'm so mad. Every time I go back to New York, I never catch him doing this crazy stuff.
Yeah, he's out here like, just singing the song, and then you can see like everyone like, he's just, some people will listen to it and like sing along and be like, hey, and some people look at him like, oh my god, he's crazy.
Yeah, people will be over there looking at him like shook, like, what the hell is going on here?
Like, he'd be like, where that?
Yeah, like he was yelling the lyrics too and then doing the dances like in the video. And like, bruh, I died twice. Like, did you see like the little group of elderly folks that were looking at him like, oh my god, I need to go.
Their face of utter shockness, I don't know if that's the word, but their face, like, they're literally shocked. Like, they are not understanding what's happening in that moment in their life.
They're like,
They're like I wish this was visual because, or we can link it down wherever we link things because their face is like, they're confuzzled.
Oh yeah, we should put the link in the video. Shout out Q Park, by the way. Great job. Huge fan.
Yes.
Holla at your girl. I would like to interview you or something. Someone get Q Park down here.
No,
that dude is amazing.
I agree with everything you said. You just said holla at your girl.
Did I date myself again? Probably.
Yeah, I think you did, but it was just you like holla at your girl. Yes.
So,
let's quote Q Park. Let's quote Julene. Holla at her girl. And please.
Hashtag holla at your girl. Everybody comment Q Park and be like,
holla at Julene, please.
We want you on this show, man.
Period.
I'm telling you, the first time I saw Q Park, I don't remember what he was he doing like a Hips Don't Lie video or something. It was hilarious. I was like, this popped up on my feed. I was like, what is this? I clicked. No, he did the dog video. He said, when I cheat on my dog.
I've only seen the WAP one. So.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot.
No,
okay, so he did this video, right?
Mm-hmm.
Called When I Cheat on My Dog. Mm-hmm. And it shows him walking into the apartment, stopping to pet another dog, going upstairs, and then his dog, like, acting like when you cheat on your significant other.
Mm-hmm.
The dog smelled him and then looked all hurt and then walked away and then locked himself in the room. And, dude was like drinking, and it was like a real life breakup. Like, I felt like I was sitting here just watching the tea unfold. I was like, oh no.
No.
Do they make up in the end?
That's content for you. We love good content over here.
Yeah. When I first heard about the WAP challenge, I was like, what kind of racist-ish is this?
Right.
Yeah, like, cause you know, that is also a racial slur for Italian people, except it's spelled different. It's spelled with an O, not with an A. That's why I was like, did you say WAP challenge or WAP challenge? I didn't know what I was looking for.
Honestly. But, what's your favorite video? Like, what's one video you could watch anytime?
God. Without a doubt, my favorite video from now until forever will be Stella Takes a Tumble.
Oh my gosh. I don't think I probably will see it. Or like Charlie Bit My Finger.
No, I didn't. Charlie Bit My Finger?
Do you remember that?
No, I didn't.
Charlie Bit My Finger. Charlie's biting you, something like that. It was so popular when it came out like 10 years ago.
Oh, see, now I have to Google that.
Yes.
I'm about to Google that. Charlie Bit My Finger.
Yes. He's like old now. The one that's getting bit.
Oh no.
He's like at least, I don't know, 15, 16, maybe even 20.
Really?
Yeah, he's older.
Damn, you said he's old now. He's like 15, 16, maybe 20.
No, like that's not old. Like he's a baby. Some are babies in that video.
I'm over here like I can't stand you.
Like I must be ancient then. But
yeah.
So you were saying, I think I just like went to the next thing. So you were saying WAP is a racial slur to you? Like what the heck?
Yeah, at first I was like, yeah, that's like a racial slur, cause, from what I understand, it's like when people first came to like Ellis Island and stuff,
mm-hmm.
they would ask immigrants for their papers. Mm-hmm. And then I guess, people would call Italian immigrants, they would say they're without papers. So, W for short. So, I mean, it's really dated and old, so maybe no one really knows about it anymore, but I'm sure you get one of those old school Italian moms that'll be like, what'd you call me?
No, exactly. So, like, I bet if they knew that, like, if my generation or, like, if it was people were more aware of that, they would definitely, Cardi would probably get canceled for at least 10 minutes.
That's the thing. How are you guys supposed to know anything? Y'all can't cancel stuff every 2 seconds.
No, exactly.
You're always canceling somebody.
Well, I think canceling overall, I think that cancel culture has its, its bad things, and then I also think overall though, it's about accountability. For example, when Kendall Jenner did that Pepsi commercial with she had a Pepsi in her hand, it was during a protest, and she was in the front, she walked to a police officer and gave them a Pepsi, and then they were like, okay, y'all can protest, everything's fine. Like, first of all, you are a woman of what, you are white, and like, that's just not how it works. And then
wait, Kendall Jenner is white? I thought she was a woman of color.
Or half Armenian.
She's half Armenian? Oh.
Right.
Oh, okay. Well.
Her mom is, no. Yes. Her mom's, no, she's fully white. No.
Is she? No.
Because Rob Kardashian, that's why I was confused. Kardashians are half Armenian.
Right.
Jenner and Kris Jenner and Bruce Jenner, now Caitlyn or whatever, are white.
Okay, so is it PC to say white, or do we say Caucasian now?
I really don't know.
They're gonna cancel us, bro.
They're gonna cancel us. Listen, well, she's a Caucasian woman, and you know what? The overall, I could be saying it wrong. She is a Caucasian woman, and I don't want to like make it about race like fully, but I don't think in any person, let me say that, any person walking up to a police officer with something in their hand is gonna go as smoothly as it did with Kendall.
I'm sorry, you could hold that Pepsi all the way in front of your face, and the police officer can see that bright blue can. You walk up to a cop with something in your hand, you're getting shot.
Exactly. Period. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
And you know, I really honestly felt like that commercial was tone deaf and inappropriate.
Right. Exactly.
I didn't like it, and I was like, but I wasn't over here ready to like cancel Kendall Jenner. No. I mean, people should have said something.
I don't understand. Okay, that's my dog, and sorry. But
Hi, Diamond. We love you, Diamond.
She had a moment. She had something to say about this.
I'm telling you that it's okay, Diamond. You could go down in the PM too.
Exactly. She'll be the silent. No, not silent, but she'll be the third guest. I mean, the third.
Diamond's the hype man.
Right. She's like, yes, hold on. Okay. Anyway. So it's just, no one sat down and said, you know what, this ain't it, sis. Not her person. Like, cause you know Pepsi has a team, Kendall has a team. Everyone has a team. But as an advertiser, with an advertising background, it just doesn't go to production. It has to go through market research. It has to go through from market research, someone sits down and writes, like, not a script, but like an overall idea, and then it goes to creative, and creative creates something. So from market research to the person writing the strategic, the whatever it's called right now, I can't remember. From that process, someone should have sat down and said, you know what? I don't think so. When they pitched that, someone should have been like,
I'm sorry, you know what, like, you and I sit there and go through all our ad stuff, and, you know, I'm very picky. I'll be like, so why does the font look like that?
Right.
Maybe we should change the color. There's no one on their end that said, you know, this might be a really tone deaf and low-key, you know, racist commercial.
Right. or it's like inappropriate or unrealistic or wrong. Like there's so many things that Kendall Jenner's people could have been like, people are not gonna sit right with this. Like somebody, they're her PR person or whatever. But
Well,
the point I'm trying to, sorry, go ahead.
I honestly kind of feel bad for Kendall Jenner in that instance, because people really sat there and dragged her on the internet.
Like for a minute, like for real canceled.
Like they were not, but then you know what though? The same people out here dragging her on the internet was the same ones shoving their lips in like shot glasses and stuff, so take it with a grain of salt, Kendall. It's okay.
Like, it's okay, like, that's obviously, Pepsi, like, shut down the video, and you couldn't really watch it from, like, their site. Of course, it's still on the website or whatever. I mean, in the internet, because once it's out.
It's out.
Right, but what I'm saying is that accountability. So canceling is really just, I feel like, should be a form of accountability. Like, I'm still under the assumption that they probably did that on purpose because there's no way that went through something and no one was like, okay, that's bad. But people can't just say things anymore, basically, or do things. Companies can't just outright do something and not think anyone's going to say something about it. Especially like with the Dove commercial where like it was a frame where like they were, they're a person of color, and then they changed over to a Caucasian person once they used their commercial.
Oh, yeah, you sent me that link. Well,
also, like, the other one...
Before we get into that, I'll tell you what, with that Pepsi thing...
Yeah.
I was not on the internet screaming cancel Pepsi. You know what I did? I took my money and I bought something else.
Exactly.
See, at the end of the day, no press is bad press. If people are talking and looking up your stuff, you're still getting in front of viewers. Your advertisers are still getting in front of viewers, so it's not like you're going anywhere. Your advertisers are going to pay for views. They're not paying for you to, they're not paying for your morals. They're paying for your views. As in other people viewing you.
Exactly. So they still got views. They still got people looking at it. But I just think that I feel like I agree with you. You should just stop drinking Pepsi and move on with your day and drink some Coke. But like, I don't know why you would put yourself through all that, be offensive at it, be offensive at the same time, and still like, I don't think getting people to talk about my brand is that important.
Well, it depends. Like, it depends on what strategy you use. Like, do you want the negative publicity or the positive publicity?
Right. I don't think Kendall Jenner had that in mind. I just think they probably gave her a good check, and her people saw that check and was like, it's Pepsi. Because so many people have done Pepsi, and having a Pepsi commercial is pretty big for your career.
Yeah.
So that's probably what they were thinking, but someone should have said it ain't worth it.
Yeah, and they are a far cry away from, they go from You Got the Right One Baby with Ray Charles to this highly offensive tone deaf commercial.
Right.
Like, something's changed. What changed, Pepsi? What changed?
Exactly. Like, I feel like Michael Jackson with his hair going on fire is where it went all downhill. But
I don't know, 'cause they still had some pretty dope guests. You remember that one commercial with like Pink and Britney?
Yes, I was just thinking that. Iconic. And they were just singing. You could have had Kendall Jenner just modeling. Like, why
look, Kylie just walked through the halls of the WAP video and she got a check. No, but I was there like, what was the point of that? Why did she just walk? So she just walking through somebody's house now? Like,
right, exactly. They gave her a check to walk. They were like, and that, I mean, it's pointless, But that's a good strategy. Because now your people are talking about Kylie being in it and being like, why the heck is she in it? But you know what's happening? You're watching the what video? Because she's in the middle of the video. So you have to watch it.
I don't know. Something tells me that's not the reason why they're watching that video.
Oh, I know. I'm saying, like, obviously the viewer, but I'm saying, like, if you want a strategy, that's a good one. You don't have to be aggressive about it.
Yeah, you don't have to be a D to get attention.
Right.
Pepsi, not saying any names, Pepsi.
Cancel.
Seriously. No, here we go. The producers of Pepsi, you are canceled.
Whoever's in charge from market research to freaking production is freaking canceled. Because once it gets to creative and production, they're just doing what they're told. Of course, you can stand up for yourself and be like, nah. But listen.
Okay. So let's say this comes across your desk.
Right.
Are you? And they're like, this is good. This is it. I want this going up. And let's say, you're at a table with a whole team and they're all on board and excited about this project. Are you going to stand up and say, hey, this might not be the move for your brand, bro? Or are you going to be like, you know what? Go ahead. I'm going to update my resume.
Right. I mean, that's a good point because if everyone's on board and like, I would really have to know if they're doing it on purpose. Like, did they sit there, and if I'm at the table, I should know this already. And if they were like, you know what, this is probably gonna not go okay, but I still think it's gonna give us some type of attention, or if it's like, so they're really just like, wow, Kendall's in it. It's such a good idea, we're saving the world with a can of Pepsi. I'm gonna be like, children, man, sir, people. Think about this. You have Kendall Jenner. You probably paid millions of dollars already for this. Let's just have her, I don't know, her hair's bad. We give her a Pepsi and her hair's better. Like, I don't know. Like,
or on the flip side, Kendall could have been out there on the protester side.
Right.
And been like, you know what? And passing out Pepsis or something.
Who did a great commercial? And this is not because and as an advertiser, I think it's the best, like, not as an advertiser, but as a person who has that background, Coke's new commercial. That's like, do it like your mom. Have you seen it?
No, I never saw that.
That really shows how they took an idea and went with it. It's like basically saying, like, I guess in the market research, people who drink, Dr. Pepper, people who drink Diet Coke are like old or something, or my mom used to drink it. Like, that must have came up in the research, and they were like, wait, that's a good thing. And then they spinned it where, like, well, you took her clothes, you take her music, moms are the best, moms get things done, and yes, you are drinking Dr. Pepper, you are drinking Diet Coke, and you are killing it, just like your mom.
Hey, Sha.
Why you had to go and, like, I don't understand.
Hey, so shout out to Coke for coming up with a commercial that is not tone deaf. Right. And that's just all kinds of love for moms. Exactly. We got love for you, Coke. We got love for you. I'm sorry. I love that sound effect. This is like my favorite sound effect right now.
Exactly. I like Coke better anyways as a drink. Side note.
Yeah, I mean, Cherry Coke was my jam.
Right, that's good. Cherry Pepsi too is pretty good. I don't know. I just think they could have. Anyways, what I was saying, it's about accountability. Sometimes you just can't just do anything. Like, if you think about, I guess I keep going to advertising. Like, if you look at advertising from the 50s, right, and it's like, you can see like women in the kitchen and they'll have like something that'll be like, be where you're supposed to be. And if you put that out now, you bugging. You know?
Oh, do you remember that Dr. Pepper commercial that was like, oh, it's a man's drink? Or we're like, okay, apparently women don't drink Dr. Pepper.
Right. Exactly. Like, I feel like it's about being called out when you need to be called out. It's about setting an example for things in the future. Because we didn't say anything, like, I'm not sure about back then, but like, let's say they did a commercial, it has a woman in a little coat, what's that called? Like an apron, and she's cleaning with a mop or something. And it's like, where is she supposed to be? And we just kept it moving.
Honestly, you know, that, like, nowadays, yeah, that probably would open them up to some stuff. But, you know, back then, I was like, where I'm supposed to be. Okay, watch where I'm supposed to be as I head into the office and kill it. As you head into the office and kill it.
Right.
Honestly, it may be about accountability at some point, but my biggest issue with cancel culture is that not everybody's being held accountable.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they pick and choose who gets to be accountable and who doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Like cancel culture canceled Ray Rice, but not Dr. Dre, Chris Brown, James Brown. All of them were, you know, wife beaters. Like, Chris Brown beat the heck out of Rihanna. Dre been beating people since Michelle A. And James Brown, well, we all knew he was beating on his first, second wife, but we just covered it up because, you know, he's legendary, I guess, so that makes it okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're over here talking about cuties and saying, you know, it's child porn. It's literally not, but it does make me uncomfortable. Like, you know, it did make, honestly, when I came across cuties, I did the whole Netflix Russian roulette where I just spun and said, you know what, this is a top 10. Cuties is at number 4. You know why that is? Because people are making videos on YouTube talking about cancel cuties. They're angry. They're saying, how dare you? This is not cute. Shame on you. And you know what people are doing?
Mm-hmm.
Let me go see what they're talking about over here. Mm-hmm. Let me go download this. Let me go watch this.
Exactly.
Congratulations to the production crew of Cuties. You did what you set out for.
Right.
You want to cancel Netflix, but you want to cancel Cuties. You're not canceling your Netflix subscription. You know? And I don't see Tekashi 69 came home, right? And made a whole bag, but he actually had sex with an underage girl. Nobody canceled him.
There's people trying to.
Yeah.
But it's not popular.
Yeah, and then there's, Tyga? He had a relationship with a Kardashian who was underage.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not mistaken, was it like Kylie or Kendall? He
was with Kylie for a couple of years when she was about 16, I think, when they started, right?
Yeah, so we just not gonna talk about Tyga, or what about how we canceled Bill Cosby, right? But nobody's canceling Trey Songz.
Right.
And Bill Cosby, all they had was testimony from other people. Trey Songz got testimony from like BB Rexa, Keke Palmer. Yup. But we're still bumping Trey Songz music.
Oh, let's talk about Megan Thee Stallion getting shot and they didn't believe her.
Right? Like, what?
That whole thing was crazy though. Like, how do you not believe, why would she lie about that?
So, we're gonna cancel Ray Rice, but not cancel Tory Lanez.
Mm-hmm. And he has the option to stay quiet. Like, he has not said a word about it yet.
Mm-hmm. All these Me Too movement people, and we're not believing Meg the Stallion got shot.
Like, oh my gosh. I don't understand what's so, like, it's not a good thing, but what's so crazy about it? Like, it's not out of this world. Like, he had a gun. Like, why would she lie about that? Like,
honestly, I thought it was like some Cheddar Bob type situation, because who shoots someone in the foot though?
no, that's what I was wondering. Like, the way she explained it was that they were arguing. They were. And she was she was a walking distance from her home. I'm not sure if the gun was out, but she was walking distance from her home, and she said, you know what, I'm done. I'm gonna walk home. So she got out of the car, and he shot out at her. So either he was drunk, high, or could not aim, but he was trying to hit her. Or he was trying to scare her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Either he was drunk, trying to kill her. That's not funny, but drunk trying to kill her, or just trying to scare her, or just shooting, but the gun came out and it fired.
Okay, all I'm saying is, Tory Lanez, first of all, get to a shooting range, boo. You can't do that. Like, first of all, like, if you're gonna pull out a gun, you better be aiming to kill. You need to fix your aim a little bit better, shooting at people's feet. You should be ashamed of yourself.
You're like 6 feet tall.
Seriously.
Trying to get her knees or something.
Seriously, Meg the Stallion is not a short person.
No, that's her whole brand.
Seriously, like, she's super tall, she's all legs. Mm-hmm. How did you miss that, Tori? How did you miss that?
No.
Get your aim up. You need to get to a shooting range. As soon as you get out of prison, hit a shooting range, my friend.
He didn't get arrested for it, did he?
I don't know, but...
Oh, I don't know. No, Megan didn't say anything about it.
Meg, why though?
Because she didn't want him to get shot. Isn't that sad? After she got shot, she was thinking about him. And she said, I'm not going to get the police if the police are involved. But I'm not going to say what happened to protect his life. See? And he's still out here not saying a word.
See, Tekashi, some people don't snitch.
Facts. Mm-hmm.
Tekashi snitch 9.
Snitch 9.
Snitch 9. Tekashi snitch 9. All I'm saying is, today's generation of rappers, I'm sorry, some of them are super weird looking. Like, my generation came up rocking the Stop Snitching t-shirts.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know when it became okay to snitch. You remember Snitches Get Stitches with the little Stop Snitching t-shirt?
Nah, that's still a thing. I know that, like, he probably has a hit out on him. He snitched on everybody.
For real, he was like, and he was like, oh, Jim Jones is a blood, Cardi's a blood, and the entirety of the public was like, and we knew this already.
Right. But he had like 20 years, right?
Yeah, I mean, for like racketeering and all kinds of stuff. I'm sorry, if you say, nobody'll test my gangster, show up to LAX and immediately get your ass whipped. Trust me, I'm sorry, but you cannot ever say you're gangster ever again.
Right.
Tekashi, sorry man, you're canceled.
I don't even understand the whole thing. I just know that they tried to kidnap him. You didn't have to rep you were again. And you know, Fashion Nova was like, we don't want to work with you after he got out.
Well, I'm not surprised, yo. He owes Fashion Nova millions.
He owes them?
Yeah, okay, so he took the advance from Fashion Nova. Fashion Nova paid ahead of time for him to rock their line. But he ended up going to prison and not fulfilling his contract.
Oh.
So Fashion Nova was suing him he owes them money.
That's crazy.
You know, and like, that's the problem. Like, we got people like Tekashi 69 running around, but we out here trying to cancel a movie. Like,
Right.
stop it. Honestly, I would cancel everybody. Like, I'm sorry, first of all, you know Dr. Dre's wife is saying that she owns his name. Like, she's saying that she owns his name, like his brand, Dr. Dre. She owns it. So she's trying to like take ownership and get money. But Dre moved the money so that she couldn't get that money. So she's taking him to court.
That's illegal.
First of all, how badly did you hurt this woman that she is out here trying to own your name, bro?
You said, yo.
I was sorry, people I don't believe it. Dre, first of all, if Michelle is saying that Dre whipped her ass, right?
Mm-hmm.
His current wife isn't saying it, but still, she wants to own his name, take all his assets. I'm sorry, I believe the women in this case.
No, for real. And do you, boo? Like, I don't
real.
Like, if this is out here, she has some sort of legal standing. Like, her lawyer must have said, yeah, you could do that. So, do you, boo?
Because she was with him from day one.
Yep, she must have some sort of right to do it. Cause I can't be like, I own your name, Julie. Like,
what? Maybe. Just spell it correctly, okay?
Right, you got you.
Right? And I mean, and it's Moreno. Well, you gotta roll the R,
Moreno.
But we can't be out here just picking and choosing who we're canceling.
For real.
There's gotta be some uniform system of doing it. Like, everybody canceled Bobby Brown from New Edition, and, you remember, it's my prerogative, that Bobby Brown?
Yes.
Yeah, they canceled him because, he was a whole drug addict and stuff. Yeah. But you know what? They turned another drug addict that got in trouble and cleaned himself up, Robert Downey Jr., and they made him into a superhero. So we're gonna cancel Bobby Brown, but not, Robert Downey Jr.
I didn't even think of it like that.
Think about it. Bobby Brown's not the only one that's been in and out of court for drugs and craziness. But we made one into a superhero and canceled the other one.
Right.
Honestly, I think it's just that Whitney got the fans in the divorce. That's what it is.
Right. I was looking at like videos and stuff about what happened, and like I didn't really go deep into it, but it just looks like Whitney was like the person they all believed.
Yep. They loved Whitney, honestly. And first of all, Bobby, you are foul for sitting there and disparaging her name in death. When she passed, he tried to say that Whitney was the one who got him into drugs.
What?
Right. I on the sparrow Whitney. I want to dance with somebody Whitney. Oh, she got you into drugs? Get out of here. Nobody believes you, Bobby. Nobody.
Right.
Bobby Brown, you are canceled. Again. Double canceled. You made it to our cancellation list.
Dang. It definitely should give people the same amount of, like, especially if Robert Downey Jr. had his problems and then they exactly made him into a superhero. They should have gave him the time. It's all about narratives in the media.
Seriously. The court of public opinion is not to be trifled with. You cannot underestimate the court of public opinion.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm saying. And then like nowadays everybody's trying to cancel every damn thing. They're like super sensitive about stuff.
Right.
Back in the day, there was this movie called Kids, right?
Mhm.
Have you ever heard of it?
I have, and I've seen like clips of it, but I haven't seen a bunch of it. I know Rosario Dawson's in it, right? And
Yeah.
I don't know.
Was Mila Kunis in it?
She's with the girl, right? Rosario?
Yeah, Rosario Dawson.
Is with the girl?
Is she with a girl?
Is that the movie I'm talking about?
I don't know, maybe, cause she was in it.
When they're in the library. And things go down.
Shoot, I don't remember that
Anyway,
part.
that's the only scene I've seen, and that says a lot about me.
Hey. All I'm saying is, in this movie Kids, right, there was a guy with no legs rolling around on the skateboard going, I have no legs. I have no legs. I mean, I'm pretty sure that scene alone would have canceled the whole movie.
No,
but,
can you talk about Glee?
Huh?
Glee, do you know the show Glee?
Uh-huh.
They had an abled person playing a disabled person.
I'm unbothered by that.
That's a big thing now, though.
Really? I'm not saying like, okay, it's like this. If you hold auditions, right, and able people try out for the part, as opposed to someone with, is it PC to say disabled, or he's in
a wheelchair, so I think disabled is the best way to put it.
Disabled? Okay. So if someone who is disabled doesn't audition for the show, and an abled person auditions for the part, are we just gonna be without somebody to play that role?
I mean, don't they look for people though? They'll be like, we need a blank male or a girl with curly hair. Why couldn't they just say, a man in a wheelchair? Or a teenager in a wheelchair?
They could have, but then at the same time, it's like, if they get one, they get one. If they don't, they don't. Like,
exactly.
If they have a right to say, we want someone who's height, weight, proportionate, which is like, the industry's nice way of saying we want somebody who's not chunky. Yeah. So, just so you know, if you hear someone who's height, weight, proportionate, they're trying to not get canceled and say they don't want someone chunky.
Wow.
Yep, it's true.
Yep.
But if you have a right to say, as a production company, we want someone who's height, weight, proportionate, how come you don't have a right to hire who you want for certain roles?
Right, that's true. I'm just saying, like, I didn't really have a huge problem with it, but it's like, even the actors now, it's been like almost 5 years since that aired or whatever, they'll be like, yeah, that wouldn't fly now. Like, if they did that show today, that wouldn't have flied now. Like, cause at that time, like, I don't know, 12, I don't know. Yeah, 12. I was like, no, this is a good song. Like, I'm listening, this is my show. Like, I would cry if I missed an episode of Glee. But, that's not the point. But it's just like, it's not a big thing. They don't care. Like that, like things just shifted. You know?
Yeah, I honestly don't know when. See, the problem with that is, like, we can go around canceling everything that offends us, but not everything offends everybody. Like you said, with the wheelchair, they didn't hire someone that's actually in a wheelchair. I'm unbothered by that. I think companies have a right to hire who they want, as long as they're not sitting there discriminating against, women or people of color, or, someone from the LGBTQ community. No, isn't it like LGBTQ plus?
Yeah, because there's more,
it's like, yeah, plus, and there's like an A there too. It's like plus 1A.
Yeah.
I don't know. Back in my day, it was, you were, gay, lesbian, or bi. That's it.
Right. Now there's lesbian, gay.
Now there's everybody and everything. Shout out to the LGBTQ plus 1A community for expanding everybody's definition of love. They've
Yeah.
made some great strides in this era. We're seeing gay people on TV. We're seeing, lesbian couples adopt, and more trans rights or trans issues are being brought to the forefront. So honestly, I got a lot of love for that community. Back in my day, it was dangerous to be gay or bi.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was an openly bisexual teen in that era, and people would try me.
Really?
Yeah, people would definitely try me.
Wow. They need to be canceled.
For real. Here, I got you. All you homophobic people, you are canceled. Hey. Yay! So, the standards have changed.
Right.
But the positive side is, we're more accepting of other people. We're anti-bullying. The downside to that is we're super sensitive about stuff. Like, if I'm not feeling what I'm seeing on TV, or I don't like something you did, I'm turning it off. I'm not spending my money over there. I'm not gonna be over here expending my energy to cancel you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, period. It's like, well, for what? 'Cause then you win, 'cause you just got my energy that I spent.
Exactly.
You won't get my energy, you won't get my money. Just like people want to, like, bully online. You know what? Block button's a beautiful thing. For my attitude is, you can try to bully me on something that I can turn off. You will be sorely disappointed.
Right. Mhm.
Basically. So. But you know what? I think we should come up with our own canceled list. I've canceled a few people during this show alone.
Alright, I feel like I canceled Pepsi. I think, yes. I canceled Pepsi's advertising team.
Yes.
And the drink is not that great, but that's just me.
I like Coke better. They got better flavors.
It doesn't get fried as much. Pepsi's gonna come for us.
For real. Pepsi's gonna try and cancel us.
For real.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Yes.
No, we got some clients I would love to cancel.
Oh, you mean like Dog Trainer? Mr. Dog Trainer?
Oh my god. Yeah, Mr. Dog Trainer tried my page. That was like the one and only time when I got really reckless with a client. He was like a textbook narcissist. And like, I don't know, the way he really tried to gaslight you just really like triggered me or something.
Yeah.
Remember, like, I told her, I was like, oh, you got someone on the line? Okay, so go aggravate him then. Like, I couldn't take it.
No.
What happened? Like, what was the issue?
Well, okay, so I guess we could just start from the beginning, right? So, he came around and he wanted one of our services, and, he let us know that he has as he should, he has a life, and affordability was a problem for him, like, as in having the money. And we are all for working with people, because for us, it's just, at the end of the day, we want to write, because we offer grant writing services. Well, at the end of the day, grant writing for us is to make sure your dreams come true. Like, that sounds like an ad, but at the end of the day, that's what we do. But he came to us and he was like, Willie, well, I can't afford this. And I'm like, oh, okay, but unfortunately we have to pay our writers. So in a usual conversation with the client, that's when they either say, okay, I'm sorry to hear that, I'm gonna have to come back. Or they were like, that's usually what happens after I say, well, we have to kind of charge you, and, cause we need to pay our writers, but this person wanted us to keep going, so he asked me to keep telling him about his services, and I told him about the services, and he was like, okay, right now I don't have it, and I'm like, great, I'm like, well, not great, but I'm like, of course, we understand that, and he's like, let me call call me in 2 weeks. So I say, okay, have a nice day. I'll call you in 2 weeks. We put him in like, okay, we'll just call him in 2 weeks. Boom. Life's happening. He just comes back like, I want to say a week later, way before the 2 weeks date that he gave us, and he asked to come back. And when he came back, as we just decided that we were going to have a flash sale, we were telling him that he has a flash sale. I believe you talked to him on the phone at this point, and he was like, well, you told him about the services again, you told him about the flash sale, you gave him a discount, and then we just texted him and said, a couple of times we were just like, we kind of need, you have a discount, right? And it's going to end in 48 hours. So it's the next day, he misses the discount, and he was just basically like, well, he was just like, he was like, so why can't I have the discount now? And I'm like, we were just like, it's a 48-hour flash sale, that's just how it works. And he's like, well, aren't you the one in charge? And I guess that's where I got, frustrated. And I was like, yes, I am the one in charge, but it's just the way life is. So after that, we just told him, well, you, moving forward, it's like, he doesn't have it, that's over. And then he comes back again, and he's just upset. And and I was a little frustrated, and I was being as professional as possible. And then at the end, he was like, well, you have 1 hour to apologize to me. I don't deserve this disrespect, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, listen,
I didn't read anything disrespectful in the thread, though.
Right.
I didn't see anything disrespectful. I don't know what he was talking about.
Like, I just feel like at the end of the day, I do think that I've been in a situation where, I've been like in a relationship, let's say, where I've been like, oh, I'm sorry, after the other person talks away my feelings, So, like, that's exactly what happened. Like, I was like, you know what, you're right. I apologized. I said good night. And then he just kept, like, talking to me. And he was like, well, you have to apologize to me.
I saw that. The fact that you apologized really kind of set me off, because I too have been in a relationship where, I'm a strong female, like, and don't get it twisted. I got these hands, but so, if you would have told me like 10 years ago, let's say, or back in 11 or 12, that I was in an abusive relationship, I'd have told you were bugging. I'd have told you, please. I was like, this man is not crazy. He will catch his hands. Mm-hmm. See, but I did not subscribe back then to the idea that someone could mentally abuse you.
Right.
Back then, like, the person I was with would say things to me, little things. He'll be like, I'm glad you're chunky. Cause then, he's like, he would say, I'd probably never be with you if you weren't fat. What? Or I would say something like, oh, I like this dress. And he'd be like, no, you're too big to be in that dress. See, and then he'll say, it's okay. I like that you're chunky. I like chunky women.
Oh my God.
Like,
mine.
Right? And I'd be over here like, all right, whatever, man. And then at the end of the day, like, if I wanted to go do something, he'd have my finances tied up in bills to where if I wanted to do anything, I didn't have the extra money, and I would have to go ask him for money. And he would say, what? To go here, or go see your parents, or your parents live in California. I don't know who you think's paying for that. Wow. So, like, it's a mind game. And then, like, every time we would fight, he'd try and make me feel like I was crazy.
Right.
Which is basically gaslighting. And,
right.
And, he was a narcissist. Like, he was also a textbook narcissist. So, reading that whole thread was like, it like triggered me. I was like, I recognize things from like my past marriage, and I was like, oh no, you're not about to do that to her. Period. I don't care. And then remember, first thing I did was call you and put you on to what gaslighting was.
Exactly. Because I've been through it, and like, I've obviously grown from it, but I've heard the term before, but like, I didn't realize like till after that I was really in it again.
Exactly.
I was really in the state where I just got gaslit, I guess that's the word, or I really apologized, like.
And I was like, that's the first thing I did, because you know what? Ladies and gentlemen, because women can gaslight too.
Oh.
If you are sharing with your partner your feelings, and they are not acknowledging them, or they are trying to make you seem like you're the crazy one, and let's say the relationship doesn't feel good anymore, you're not, couples are gonna have their disagreements, but there's like an underlying respect there to where, when the argument's over, it's just over. You move forward. Your discussions are respectful and solution based.
And it's not about winning. It's not about being right.
Yes. It's never about being right. It's about coming up with a solution. And that's like, if you are in a relationship and you feel unhappy, you have to ask yourself, am I happy here? Then the chances are you're not happy there.
Right.
And if you feel like you're the crazy one all the time, there's a good chance your partner is gaslighting you.
Right. And sometimes it's hard though, like you're in it. You're in love with them. Like now I look back and I was like, I can't believe I sat through that for a whole year. Like there was conversations after conversations of exactly that. Of me saying how I feel and then it turning around where I end up saying sorry. Like for a whole, like that's crazy.
Yeah. And you know what? Mr. Dog Trainer over there, he knew what he was doing.
Right.
'Cause he still tried it after. Like, see, the best thing to do is just cut it off. A narcissist is always gonna want to take control of a situation.
Right.
By any means necessary. I learned the hard way that mental abuse is a thing. Emotional abuse is a thing. Back in the day, my friends would tell me, yo, your husband is abusing you. And I was like, he never laid a hand on me because he is not crazy.
Right.
But that's the thing, like, he knows he'll lose in a fight. So what does he do? He messes with me mentally and emotionally. That's how narcissists are. And lots of times they don't even realize they're doing it.
Yeah.
Because it's a mental illness.
That's crazy.
And that's why you gotta not give them control of the situation. With Mr. Dog Trainer, what I tell him, I was like, yeah, don't hold your breath, buddy. And then I told him to go aggravate someone else. Then I didn't respond. He commented on one of our pictures. I deleted it and blocked him.
Right.
So, all it is, it's about control. And, so, anywho, yeah, that's the story of Mr. Narcissist Dog Trainer that kind of triggered us.
No, triggered both of us, honestly.
Seriously, like, yo, how are you that much of a narcissist that you don't remind one woman of a terrible relationship she was in, but you remind two of them of a terrible relationship that they were in?
Right. Exactly, that's crazy. You know what? Well, Mr. Dog Trainer, gaslighting, narcissism, you are canceled.
Yeah. Sorry. It had to be done. Hey, tune in for episode 3, y'all. We're gonna have the client wall of shame.
We talk all the tea.
Yeah, we'll spill all the tea.
Yeah.
But you know, we do have clients that we absolutely love.
Of
All
course.
the time.
And it's just like, this is just one of like all the clients we have, and it's just an experience, you know?
Yeah, we have a huge client list. And you know, we're gonna talk about the ones that stand out for being great clients and shout them out. And then, you know, our client wall of shame. We're just gonna spill all the tea.
Yeah, and we'll go into the do's and don'ts of being a client.
Yes, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Do's and don'ts. So that's all I'm saying.
Right. I think that we should, like, you know, just continue canceling people until they're actually canceled.
Agreed. We should definitely. I'm just saying, but we're not going to cancel the people everybody else wants to cancel. We're going to come up with our own cancellation list.
Right, and then you can add to it too.
Yes. Hey, and if you have someone you feel needs to be canceled, email us at JULEENMORENO at momisalwaysright.WRITE.com or Nichimio Rich. That's Nichi. Spell your name for them, please.
Like, that's my whole government. Okay, it's Nichimio Rich, NICHIMYO Rich RICH at mom is always right, and right is WRITE.com. But I think we should call it a day, right?
Yeah. It's about that time. But if you have someone you want to cancel, email us to add them on our cancellation list.
All right.
So that's all the time we have for the day. Let's have a moment of silence for people who got Mariah this today.
And Kiki. I don't know that man.
Sorry to that man. All right. So with Colleen Ballinger got Mariah this today.
No, she didn't. She's good. Oh, cause you don't know who she is?
I didn't know who she was. I was like, I have no idea who that is.
For real.
Shout out to Liza Koshy.
Mm-hmm.
My bad. You got Kiki this today.
I don't know this man. I don't know. She's a great YouTuber.
Yeah. But you know what? On that list, I knew David Dobrik. I'm excited. Yay! So now it's time. You know what time it is today? Guess what time it is?
What time is it?
It's my favorite time. It is time for who we Googled during the show.
I had to Google what a pager was, or like look into it, because I was like, what?
I Googled Gabby Hanna.
Aggressively typing.
Trisha Paytas.
Well,
I also Googled Charlie Bit My Finger and Do It Like Your Mom.
Oh my goodness. Yes, that's a great commercial. High five, Coke. Diet Coke.
Yeah, Coke, you get props for that awesome commercial. Mm-hmm. Mom is always right, like the Do It Like Your Mom commercial.
Yes, it's very on brand for us.
Definitely, always. Gotta stay on brand. So that's the show for today. Thank you for tuning in to our premiere.
And don't forget to drink some wine tonight.
It's wine o'clock. Hey. And tune in next week.
Bye.